Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi and hello and hello. I'm very excited today. I've got my enthusiasm back. I was missing it a little bit last week, but it is back in full force this week. Um, I do need to do something. There's a little bit much happening. So I want to make sure. Hang on. Make sure this is good. Is this good? Hello, and how are you? And can you hear me? And is everything? I feel like it is. Yeah, I feel like it is. Can you? Is my voice audio feels like it's not? Oh, it's because I'm facing the wrong way. How's this? Better, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that fixed that. And then I am making absolutely sure that everything is fine. Is everything absolutely fine? Hello? Yes. Good. Okay. I'm sorry that I have to do all of this kind of like boring stuff at the beginning, but I find that if I don't do it, then I later on discover a catastrophe has occurred and no audio is playing here, there, and everywhere. Okay. I'm so excited. Today we are going to be resuming. We played the demo for this a while back. Confidential Killings is the name of the game, and we are resuming it. Excuse me, I'm opening a pineapple sparkling water. No name brand. I mean, it's like the brand of a grocery store nearby. I was a little thirsty. Okay, so we played the demo for Confidential Killings a while ago, and it was so much fun. And I was really looking forward to this game being released. It was released yesterday, and I bought it, and I was excited to play it, but Jason had a rough day with travel because of road conditions, and so I decided that I would not play it yesterday. I would wait till today. Today he's out, and so I won't be impacting his life in any way, shape, or form by being on stream. Anyway, that is my story. So yeah, here's the game. Confidential Killings. We started it previously on our on the demo, but we're gonna have to I think we have to replay the first bit. I'm okay with that. So, yeah. So that's all. Let's get started. Sorry. Okay. I'm excited to play this. Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place. But what else is new? That's kind of typical for me. I think that you might want a louder. Actually, now that I think about that, I should check. We want the game audio. What level do we want the game audio at? How is this? Is this too loud or not too loud? Maybe we could go down a bit. How about this? I feel like that's good. Okay. If that ends up being terrible, someone please let me know. Let's get started with a new game. Actually, okay. All of these settings seem good to me. Oh. I was like, why do I hear myself? I'll tell you why. Because I'm a silly Billy. Okay. So this turns on the lamp, which gives us the ability to look at this and grab our notebook. Then we answer the phone. Detective, there was a call from high up. A car crashed near the Lexington Street Patrol. It was on Repose Street, close to my beat up in the hills, so I got there fast. Driver's dead. It looks like an accident, but something's not right. They requested a proper look. And then we click on the underlined things, and that adds them to our notebooks. Very, very, very similar to, oh my god. Golden Idol. Very similar to Golden Idol. You collect clues by clicking on the underlined words, then you reconstruct what happened in your notebook. Oh yeah, then this is just kind of a little bit of a tutorial. Patrol says there's been a car crash on Lexington Street. The driver is dead. The call came from a high up, so I'm taking a look. Whoops. It was on Repose Street. And if we had needed to, we could have, I think, oh no, wait, we wouldn't have been able to relook. Oh, you can select level. We could skip them if we wanted to. I don't want to. I want this to be like a beginning to, you know, like a, I don't want there to be a skipped part. Anyway. When we're at actual scenes, we are allowed to kind of review the scene again. Like we aren't stuck in our notebook with no way of checking our clues. So that's good. During your night shift, a call came from above. A patrol officer reported a crash in the hills. 1 fatality. They said it looked routine, but someone important wanted eyes on it. I really love the comic book style of this game. December 18th, 1978, Repose Street. I like the art style. So, Repose Street. A winding road in the countryside that leads to the rich folks' homes on the hills. They like to be isolated so the neighbors do not complain about their drug-fueled parties. And then we got the detective, or the guy on the scene. I was coming from my patrol on Lexington Street when I heard a crash. Was he drunk or drugged out of his skull? And this guy has a flashlight. Useful for looking around during the night. And his name is David McCart. He is a police officer. So, a regular police badge. Name on it, David McCart. It seems like he's new to the force. And then we exit that. We can take a closer look at the car. I think you can turn on the dash light, which will give you some more information. Like, it unlocks more things. Right now, there's nothing to click on because you can't see. I love that mechanic. Like, that you can't examine the scene if it needs lights and you have not yet turned on the light. So this is the victim. From his look, he was going nowhere fast. Did the impact against the guardrail violently push his head against the windshield, killing him? In his pockets, he has a note that says, Frank, 50 grams. Ivy, 80 grams. Ray, Jack, 100 grams. Jakizzy owes $200. And then we have a driver's license here. Last name Fraser on Galway Street. Driver's license must be carried when operating a car. Okay, what else can we look at? Glove box. He must have felt untouchable. He's not even trying to hide this stuff. It looks similar to cocaine, but it's not. Some new drugs are hitting the streets, perhaps. It is high-grade stuff, packaged and ready to be sold. And then we have a bottle of quality whiskey. But there's something floating inside, some sort of dust. The bottle's almost full, barely a sip was taken from it. So here we go. I'm really, really, really excited about this game. I'm so glad it came out, though, too, because I was kind of feeling like a little bit of a slump, and then when I got the email yesterday saying that this game was released and ready to buy, it really kicked me into being a bit more excited. So I'm glad about that, because I am interested in, you know, having being more sorry, my train of thought got completely derailed, and I'm very sorry. I'm trying to express that after 3 weeks of holidays, due to family visiting, etc., getting back into the swing of things was a little bit tough. Last week was a bit of a struggle, and so I'm really glad that a game that has me excited to play it came out. It's not that I'm not excited to play the other games that were on my list of games to play. It's just that, like, it was hard. It was hard to overcome the lack of momentum, I guess, right? Because I was used to just kind of like puttering around and doing my own thing and not playing on a schedule and not like, if I play games on my own, I'm not talking the whole time. So just getting back into the swing of things is nice. And it's good to have something that you're really excited about and enthusiastic about. That really does help. The brakes have been precisely cut and the fluid is leaking, creating a puddle under the car. The driver did not have a chance. Okay, and so we have now collected all 25 of the clues, and it's time for us to reconstruct what happened. So this guy here is David McCart, and this guy we can surmise from his vanity license plate and his driver's license is Bradley Fraser. So the game says, yep, you've identified those two people correctly. Then we can say Bradley Fraser died in a car crash on Repose Street. Someone drugged his whiskey to make it look like he was a drunk driver. He was going out to... It looks to us like he was going out to sell drugs. And the game says, yeah, good job. That's what we were hoping you would reconstruct from the clues you have. Off we go to the next. The bluish dust in the whiskey, the brake fluid leaking. This was no accident, although someone tried to make it look like one. Time to talk to the family. I should probably be talking like more in like a cigar in the side of your mouth, Columbo kind of style, but you know how I am with voices. I'm terrible at them. Terrible! Okay. So again, we're here. Clarice Lehman, 1959. A classical Hollywood portrait from the late 50s. It appears to be a publicity shot for the movie Gift of Nature. An eclectic array of books. They include Dominic Fraser's Mind and Body, Total Control of the Mind Under Stress. Contes en Pax by Aleister Crowley. Ezra Monarch's The Lost Connection. Murder, the Weakness, again by Dominic Fraser. Oh, Murder, the Weakness, as in... Okay, yep, got it. Herbs and Their Properties by Bella Ward. And then we have... Is Bradley really gone? He was the light of my life. A small ornate key, it seems to open the medicine box. A beautiful silver ring, simple and elegant, a very classy piece of jewelry. Dear Mrs. Lehman, I feel terrible at the thought of leaving you alone tonight, but it was impossible to find any other nurse to take my place on such short notice. But Mr. Fraser really insisted that I go visit my sister tonight, even though I told him there was no need. A little flu is nothing to be concerned about, but he was adamant. Please remember to take the new medicine the doctor prescribed in the doses he wrote on the prescription. I left my sister's phone number on the back. Don't hesitate to call me for anything. Please, I know you never want to disturb me, but that's what I'm here for. Our friendship goes beyond my job. Sincerely yours, Shirley Flores, American Nurse Association. Here's that medicine box. An elegantly carved container made of dark ebony. It appears to be used as a medicine box. We have a small plastic container for medicine. Only 3 pills remain inside, so there's 3 pills left. It's a brand new bottle of medicine. Mrs. Lehman, remember these are the strongest sleeping pills on the market. I'm giving you a week's dosage. Take only 1 per day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday have been taken, and there's 3 left, which means 1 pill is missing. All right. Then we've got what dreadful news. And to think that that the night had started so well with Mr. Fraser giving me advice on a possible future role. Hi, Unky Dank Beam. Hello. Welcome on in. My dear love, I did everything in my power so we could work on the play together. I pray night and day that it'll become a reality. Forever yours, Patrick. And then we have a magazine here. Cosmopuritan. War hero turned media mogul to co-produce Monarch's latest play. I have a full creative control, says the renowned author. Full interview on page 22. Men look good in pink. The latest fashion statements by actor Reese Hopkins. The photos on page 10. Augustus Whitney leads a campaign based on morals and family values. But is it true what they say about his mistress? So here's my thought, is that when I played the demo, I didn't really take any notes on this. And I'm now realizing that some names come up, and maybe those names will come up again in the future. And would it be good for me if I had notes of those names in my notebook, my handy dandy notebook? So that is kind of where I'm heading. I'm trying to find a blank page. Okay, here we go. So the game we're playing is called Confidential Killing. Okay. So here's my thought. Monarch has written a playwright, and we know he's an author, right? Because they were his books on the shelf there. War hero turned media mogul to co-produce Monarch's latest play. Okay, so there's a media mogul. I don't know if we've met this person yet. Probably not. Okay, then we've got there's a person, Reese Hopkins, who says men look good in pink. Because I feel like we're not going to be given an opportunity to see this magazine again. And then we've got Augustus Whitney. He's kind of straight edge, it sounds like. Morals and family values. But then, kind of hypocritically, he seems to have a mistress. Okay. But now I've written these down, so if they ever come up later, we can say, oh yeah, that's that guy that we saw on the Cosmopuritan cover. And, that's where we heard that name before. I think that'll be good. All right, and then here's the man himself, I'm guessing. My son's death was tragic and my heart aches for the loss. But as I teach in my books, I can't let this tragedy dominate. Mr. Fraser, I know I have a huge debt of gratitude to you that I will never be able to repay, but for 9 years I worked for you, doing everything that was necessary, everything with no complaint. I fixed the roof, I washed the cars, I do the garden, I help the wife with the medicine, I do all. But please, I implore you, let me go. I cannot explain why now. I just need some extra money to find accommodation. Signed, Diaz. And then this is a note. Mr. Fraser, one of my agents found drugs in a vehicle parked near a roadblock. Its license appears to be registered in your name. Knowing that you don't drive, and in the name of our shared friendship, I suggest you keep an eye on your son. We can't keep hiding this forever. Inspector Hadley Badman. Oh my! Is that a dirty cop? Inspector Hadley Badman. Hiding evidence of Bradley's drug dealing. Okay. And just to refresh our memory, yeah, Dominic Fraser wrote these books here. So this is Dominic Fraser. Oh, there's a book on the table to look at. Sabotaging and Seducing. Written by Ezra Monarch. Oh, I see. Ezra Monarch is the playwright. The media mogul / war hero must be Dominic. Okay, Dominic Fraser. I don't know why I jumped on the idea that this was Dominic Monarch who wrote these books. Interesting. Interestingly, the connections my brain made that were incorrect. Okay. I'm gonna collect the clues on this one. So, Sabotaging and Seducing, written by Ezra Monarch, based on his best-selling novel Thief's Romance. Advanced copy for Katie Keller. So Katie Keller must be the actress's name. I'm gonna go look back on that magazine cover. War hero turned media mogul to co-produce Monarch's latest play. I have full creative control, says a renowned author. Okay, so yeah. Okay, Monarch is the playwright and author who wrote the play. Dominic is a media mogul, war hero, and renowned author. And he's the victim's son. What dreadful news. And to think that the night had started so well with Mr. Fraser giving me advice on a possible future role. What's this letter? My dear love, I did everything in my power so that we could work together. Work on the play together. I pray night and day it'll become a reality. Forever yours, Patrick. Huh. And just to be clear, mind and body, total control of the mind under stress, murder the weakness. Right, and then here's Ezra Monarch's book. Okay, that's where I got confused. There is a book by Ezra Monarch on this, The Lost Connection. And then this play is based on a different one called Thief's Romance. Okay. So Ezra Monarch. Thief's Romance and The Lost Connection. Okay. So the reason I'm taking a little bit more time here is because I have a habit. I noticed when I was playing the Golden Idol games that I would rush through the early puzzles that were easy. Yeah, because look, here's a bunch of medals. 4 medals from the Korean War, framed and polished. Certainly not an ordinary soldier we're talking about here. It is war hero material. There we go. Okay. So there's that's the connection that lets us know that Dominic Fraser is the media mogul / war hero / renowned author that they're talking about in the magazine. A pop art piece, probably very valuable. Its meaning is obscure, but there must be some substance underneath it to be shown in such a prominent spot. Okay. So there are still 10 clues that we need to get, and I think they are in this room here. So, I've been here in the garage all night finishing some work. I'm sorry about the boy, but frankly, his head wasn't screwed on right. Based on everything we've seen, I kind of tend to agree. Here's a matching key to the medicine box key. And here's a ring of keys. A large ring keychain with many keys attached to it. It could mean that he does work all around the house, not only in the garage, which is substantiated by this note here that says, I fix the roof, I wash the cars, I do the garden, I help wife with the medicine, which means that person has access to this box and these pills. Several tools commonly used by mechanics. They seem to have been used recently. They're still covered in grease and oil. Right? A beautiful sports car in pristine state. It looks like an imported model. It must be incredibly expensive. Enough is enough. I will not do it. Not Sunday, not ever. You've seen what your stuff has done to my sister. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. I'd rather be in a federal prison than bring another gram of that poison to you. Signed, Pedro. There's another bottle of whiskey, a full bottle of whiskey from an expensive brand, and then there's another note. Hey Bradley, have you asked your daddy about his friend Roman? Do it. His reaction will surprise you. So did we read about anyone named Roman at this time? I don't think so. Not in the Cosmopolitan magazine. So this is another one of Bradley's cars. Bradley has multiple cars, it seems like. A beat-up truck from 3 decades ago. Door has a strange hidden compartment on it, of the kind often seen in smuggling operations. Some items have been left on the dashboard. Hey, Grease Monkey, don't you try bailing on me, or I'm going straight to the Federales. It's a promise. They can't touch me, but they'll have a party with you. Sunday is the day. Be there. Signed, E for Bradley. And then here is a notice, like cut out from a newspaper. Death, overdose, accident. Presumably Esmeralda Diaz, 27, was found dead in her apartment last night from an accidental overdose of a new drug that is known on the street as gaze. I'm just filling in the blanks here with guesses. The word overdose is underlined. Okay, we're missing 2 more. Oh, there's a puddle. The floor is stained with big puddles of a viscous liquid. It could be brake fluid. Is there anything else we missed? Like I said, sometimes I rush and I miss words that are underlined. Yeah, that is definitely the same key that the lady had for the medicine box. Right, let's is Bradley really gone? He was living my life. Okay, I'm just double checking that nothing here is underlined. Oh, it tells you how many clues you should have found there. Okay. One of one is found. One of 3. Oh, Clarice and Lehman were underlined. I missed that the first time too. I missed that. I missed that when I did the demo as well. So. Okay. Here we go. This is Pedro Diaz, I think, based on the note from Bradley and his note to Dominic Fraser. War hero, media mogul, renowned author Dominic Fraser. Young actress Katie Keller. And then this is the wife of Dominic Fraser, and also Bradley's mother, Clarice. Right? Sorry, I'm just writing her name in my notes here. Layman. Okay. So we got all the names right. Oh, here's where we could add notes. We can write our own notes? I like having my handy dandy physical notebook in the real world, but I might also add some notes here. Okay. So Pedro Diaz killed Bradley Fraser by drugging. Oh, hang on, let me see. Sabotaging his brakes. Sabotaging his car and putting Clarice's sleeping medicine, right? Sleeping pills in his whiskey. The reason for the murder was the accidental death by overdose of his sister. Okay. If I put notes here, do I have access to those notes always, or just like, let me say if I did this, right? Okay, so let's say I write that note. I want to know if that note persists on future, like will that note still be there when I'm on the next chapter, scene, whatever they call it. Okay, Pedro was sick of working as a drug mule for Bradley. His sister's death from the very drug he smuggled out of Mexico was the drop that finally spilled the glass. Cornered, Pedro made the wrong choice. Bradley paid the price. Oh my, okay, yeah, look at this. We've got a whole, like an entire board where we're logging things. The nation's voice. Hear the heartbeat of a country. Director Luke Hayes. Tragic car accident leaves dead son of philanthropist. Bradley Fraser, son of war hero and magnate Dominic, lost control of his car due to the heavy rains and killed himself on the guardrail. I'm sorry, what? This really makes it seem like it was an intentional action on his part. Incident during transport of prisoners to the border. 5 injured, 1 dead. The deceased only available photo taken during his university days. Is this a picture of Pedro? Did Dominic Fraser? Oh, no. Okay, we arrested him. He was being transported by us. What were we like? Why wouldn't we have? I'm confused why we were not hanging on to him to put him on a trial and then have him serve time here in America. Why was he being transported to the border? Surely this crime is bigger than any crime he might have committed. I don't know, y'all. I would think that this guy, Dominic Fraser, has enough influence for this man's trial to stay in California so that justice could be served for Bradley Fraser, but I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Look, this is probably not the most important thing that's happening on this page. A drugs epidemic. Interview with expert Dr. Byrne. Don't believe all this sensationalism. This is a picture of Dr. Byrne at his laboratory. A laboratory. Yes, I did pronounce it weird. I'm sorry. So, new person that we know about is Dr. Byrne, who is downplaying the drug epidemic for some reason. I wonder why. Okay, so I went to write epidemic, right? EPI. But my muscle memory was like E letter that looks like an R. I, obviously you're writing your name. And went right ahead and wrote my name, including making the P into an R. Okay. January 8th, 1979. Danowitz residence. Woo! Boy. Okay, yeah, so the first thing I want to do is check if my notes persisted. They do! Okay. Guys, small sojourn here. Oops. Should be clicked here. I should have noticed the lack of noise. Okay, and he had 2 books that we know of, right? Steve's Romance. Hang on. Oh, I wish I'd made a note of the title of the play, because the play had a different title than the book. Okay. Dominic. It doesn't automatically put your cursor in there. Okay. Dominic. Fraser, Promise. Katie Keller. A role. Oops. Okay. Then we have Katie Keller. Had a note. Patrick. About acting in the play together. I think that's what it said. Wait, am I not? I'm only allowed 6 notes total? Okay, hang on. I thought I could write an unlimited number of notes, but if I can only write 6 notes total, then maybe I do need my handy dandy notebook. Anyway, just typing that out solidified some stuff in my brain. To Mr. Raven, to each his own, Hawkins Flowers. A bag made of fine leather lies abandoned next to the pool. In it we find a diary. Monday, 10 to 12 a.m. Rehearsal. I'm going to assume that was supposed to say 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. rehearsal. 3 p.m. Dennis Miller interview for newspaper. 9 p.m. party at Jeffrey's house. Tuesday, 11 a.m. radio interview at Alpha Omega. 3 p.m. TV interview. Important. Take breathing pills before. Wednesday, 9 a.m. meeting with lawyer. 11 a.m. meeting with the writers. Ezra Monarch will be there? Question mark. 5 p.m. at the club with Augustus Whitney. Should bring the wife. She's a fan. Okay. Then we have the script. Okay, that's the book was called Sabotaging and Seducing. The play, sorry. Sabotaging and Seducing. Was that right? Sabotaging and Seducing by Ezra Monarch. Main characters parts only. Patrick Raven's copy. Aha. These are the breathing pills. A half-empty bottle of white pills. Many of them are scattered all over the bag. The label says, Abraxidol Red. The remedy against allergic reactions, you can breathe safely with Abraxidol. Then there's a note that says, Dr. R. Barton, patient name Patrick Raven. Prescription. When having a respiratory attack caused by plants, flowers, or other allergies, take 2 pills of Abraxidol as soon as it starts. Make sure not to exceed the dose of the red Abraxidol pills and never mix it with other medicines, even similar kinds, because they could cause a respiratory obstruction that could be fatal. I think it's very clear that the Abraxidol pills are supposed to be red. Oh, and a weapon. A small, well-kept semi-automatic pistol. Its magazine is full. And here's a guy. In his hand are some red petals. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there is no looking at him again. Oh. The chair lies on the floor. Apparently something pushed it over. Now let's go inside and see what we got here. We got a noise complaint. Didn't expect to walk into this. They're not dead, just out of their heads. Some kind of drug hit them hard. He has a police-issued 38. Alright, what do we got here? A strange painting titled Homage to Buñuel. It shows an eye with a razor in front of it. Not the most pleasant of images. A record by Troy Dixon has been left on the player, the stylus scratching its surface. The sides should be swapped, but the residents are too high to notice. She appears to be asleep, but her eyes flick open now and then before shutting again. It looks like she took a dose too strong for her system. A simple but elegant gold ring. 2 letters are carved on it. PR. An elegant leather purse with a golden latch. Some banknotes and coins are inside. Enough drugs to kill a herd of elephants. It could be easily mistaken for cocaine, but it's something else. Next to the open packets, lines ready to be sniffed. These people seem to take drugs on a regular basis. This person's eyes appear to see something we do not see. His mind is in another dimension. His broad smile reveals shining gold grills. A lot of cash. Too much money for pocket change. Alpha Omega radio station. We don't find talent, we create it. Dear Mr. Kunta, it is with immense pleasure that we welcome you as the latest member of the Alpha Omega radio station family. We've attached a list of items and artists to play, as suggested by our program director, that you can peruse at your own leisure. Please feel free to make any changes you like. We trust you completely. Your success at previous stations is a testament to your musical knowledge. We're looking forward to collaborating with you. Please join at our weekly conference next Monday so we can discuss with you the details of your employment. Details on the back of the paper. Warm regards, Mike Alvarez, Alpha Omega Management. And then we have a note. Stop selling cocaine to my wife. I don't give a crap what she does with her life, but it'll damn ruin my reputation. I'll shoot you like a dog if you do that again. Signed, P. Raven. This man is on a bad trip, covered in sweat, dilated eyes, apparently oblivious to what's going on around him. He's muttering something unintelligible to himself. A fresh pack of cigarettes, not even opened yet. An expensive gold-plated lighter. Okay, what else? Here's a signed photograph. To Jeffrey, producer extraordinaire in the land of dreams, and his wife Nadine, from Carl Carlson. Okay, in this room, we've got a man in the bathtub. His mouth is covered in saliva and vomit, enough to make him suffocate and die. His arm is filled with marks. On his t-shirt, it says, "You don't know Jack." I told you to stay away from my house. I can't hang with people like you in public. You're a PR menace. I'll shoot you if you come near me or my wife again. Signed, P. Raven. an almost empty packet of cigarettes. The visibly yellowed fingernails on the person's hand show he is a heavy smoker. A gold-plated lighter. Half-finished drug packets left in the bathroom sink. Someone had more than enough. An oblong wooden cabinet stocked with everyday bathroom essentials. A bottle of red pills. The label on them says Abraxadol. A small medicine container that's empty. Several rolls of toilet paper are kept inside the cabinet. Anything else in here to look at? Alright, no. Oh yeah, we have to turn the light on first. Okay. A framed award to Jay Stanowitz, the best producer award for Lying Like a Sleeping Dog and Ranger in Utopia. Lifetime achievement for From the Jaws of Defeat, a war hero story. Cast of characters. Main characters. Ruth Acker was previously going to be cast with Ivy Otter, but then was recast. Katie Keller was recast to play the role of Ruth Acker. Hugh Culpepper, Patrick Raven. See, that's the guy who sent the note to Katie. Isaac Clayton, not yet cast. Secondary characters. Dorothy Darlington. Okay, so Ivy Otter was originally cast as the main lead, and Katie was cast as a secondary, and they were switched. Alistair McIntyre, Finley Powell was cast for that. Minor characters to be decided. A bookcase containing mostly the latest editorial successes. One Love Too Many by Ezra Monarch and Dominic Fraser's Brave and Successful. Some paperbacks, and a few classics that look completely untouched. Mr. Stanowitz, I'm so glad you liked my screenplay. I would love to have a meeting and discuss a possible collaboration in the future. Mr. Blankety Blank. Note to secretary, find his name. I can't read his stupid signature. Your screenplay is really interesting. Add nice adjectives. And the style is so close to Monarch's, it would be perfect. I'll send you a guest pass for the next rehearsal so we can talk. Blah, blah, blah. Kind regards. Write the rest. Oh, there's something to be underlined here. There it is, his name. Okay. A bottle of imported wine, almost gone. The container is made of finely crafted glass. A glass with a drop of wine left in it. Traces of lipstick are visible on the glass. A splash of wine is left untouched at the bottom. He is flat out drunk on the sofa, a cigar dangling from his fingers. Still, he has the look of someone used to calling the shots. Party invitations list. Patrick Raven. Keep pills in bathroom for him. He phoned to say he'll bring his wife, Ivy Otter. Katie Keller, to discuss her role in the play. She'll come directly to the office. Bradley Fraser, scritch, scratch, scritch. DJ Kunta. That DJ friend of Brad, he'll probably bring the stuff in his place. Oh, now that Brad's not bringing the stuff, DJ Kunta probably will. Jack Potter, don't let this guy near alcohol or drugs. Remember how that party ended at the Frasers? Finley Powell. Ezra Monarch, Nadine, she's out for the night. This woman is sleeping peacefully on the sofa. Her breath smells of alcohol. You bitch! First you steal my husband, then my role on the production. I'll get you if it's the last thing I do. So this must be a letter from Ivy. Crumpled up note. Katie, the muse of my heart. In the darkness after dusk, your laughter lights the sky like a sun. Each note a brushstroke on my heart. Katie, my irreplaceable muse, so beautiful you transcend the fame. Although a reckless vow binds me, in my heart you inspire my art, and not the bride I'm chained to. Love will be our masterpiece we won't speak of, a sad longing that colors my soul. It appears to be a very amateurish attempt at poetry. Classic red lipstick from an expensive brand. Here's another Cosmopolitan book. This one has Patrick Raven, the handsome teetotaler. No drugs, no alcohol, and Dominic Fraser's teachings. That's my secret. Gaze. The artist drug, white as snow that is sweeping the land. It's my muse, says painter Carlson. Full interview on page 27. Meet Jakizzy, the DJ with the golden smile. His thoughts about the future on music, page 16. Okay. Oh, one more thing. I'm happy to report that you've been accepted for the role. The support of your colleague, Mr. Raven, has been overwhelming, and he was elated when I told him the news. I'm afraid I will not be at the party because such occasions are a burden to my temperament after my recent loss. But please feel free to communicate my approval to our producer when you see him tonight. You'll be able to celebrate together the good news. You'll be able to celebrate together the good news and discuss the role. You're a rising star with a bright future, my dear. Signed, Dominic Fraser. Okay, anything else? Enough alcohol to get an entire army drunk. Not the cheap kind either. Okay. Is her purse a separate thing from her? No. So we are still missing 3 clues that we didn't get. Okay. Katie Keller. Oh, hang on. Did I not ever read that second note? Hey, Jeff, you old rascal. Remember that favor you owe me? Now it's me in need of a hand. I found this actress called Martha, and she's a beauty. She just needs a big break. She'd be perfect to fill a smaller role in your play. You wait and see her, then it's going to be you who'll thank me. Let's have a drink soon at the usual place and discuss this. Your pal, Alex. P.S. Say hi to Nadine from me. Okay. So I think the first thing we want to do is identify the people. Okay, so this is Jakizi Kunta. This is Katie Keller. This is Jeffrey Stanizwit. This guy's name is Jack something. Ivy's name is... What is Ivy's name? Okay, Jack Potter. Ivy Otter. Okay. Ivy Otter. Jack Potter. I think this is Ivy Otter. The wife. His wife. This is Patrick Raven. And then this guy here, who's the last person on the party list? Okay. Patrick Raven, Katie Keller, Bradley Fraser's not coming, DJ Kunta, Jack Potter, Finley Powell. Yeah, it released yesterday, Dadlers. So I played the demo before the holidays, and then I was like super eager for it to be. Did I get his name wrong? It was Jack. Oh, Jack Powell was his name. No, Finley Powell. Okay, Finley Powell. Sorry. Here it is. Okay, now we've got everybody right. Yeah, so I played it in the demo before, like, I can't remember when. And I loved it. I was like, I cannot wait for this game to come out. It was on my Steam wish list, and yesterday I got the email and I scooped it up immediately. And I was so, like, I couldn't wait for it to be time to log on today so that I could play it. I'm really excited about it. I'm so excited about it. It's very fun, and it is very similar to Golden Idol, so I really like that about it. I also like the art style, and it's kind of like a noir detective situation, which is kind of, I like those kinds of games, you know? So I'm really excited about it. Okay, so the person who was killed is Patrick Raven. I don't know who So why don't we fill in this and maybe we'll figure it out by, like we'll fill out the rest of this. So here's the thing, I watched a really good video about video games with mysteries in them and how to make a video game where solving a mystery is less about guesswork and more about like actual I dug through all of everything and I made a solid like I deduced the answers. I didn't just guess them, or like they weren't just lying around available for me to be found. And they were talking about how hard it is because obviously there still has to be some kind of parameters for like for coding, right? Like it's a game after all. It was a really, really good video. Anyway, I do like this type of like filling in the blanks. It still allows for some guesswork, right? Because I can pick any of these answers and sort of try all of them. But as we found with Golden Idol, when it comes to like combinatorics, permutations, and all of that kind of stuff, you're getting into big numbers of like how many possible guesses could there be when you're filling in something like this. And so I do like it. I really like this style because I find it a little bit more like it would be different if it was like, who's the killer? And they were like, and they gave you 3 pictures and you had to pick one of them, because sometimes you can just guess which one. This makes it that you have to sort of fill in the whole thing. So you have to, even if you knew who the victim was, you don't get points for that until you've sussed out all the rest of this mystery. On the flip side, sometimes if you have no idea the answer up here, reading the rest of this gives you that information, which I guess in real deductive reasoning, that's probably fine, right? Like if I was like, I think that this person was killed for this reason, who would have that reason is valid. It's probably a better way of doing it than saying, I think this guy killed him and now I'm going to force a motive onto him. Anyway, the killer sent him roses or flowers, right, to cause an allergic reaction, which made him take his pills, but they had been swapped with a different kind found in the bathroom. This caused Patrick Raven to suffocate and fall into the pool. The reason for the killing is the victim's relationship with Katie Keller, who used him to obtain a role in the latest play. Yeah, so I think his wife did it. I'll be totally honest. I think Ivy Otter did it out of jealousy. She wrote that note that indicated she was super jealous of Katie Keller. So, first you steal my husband, then you steal my role. That's like indicative of her rage. He had it all. The look, the talent, the money. Patrick even lived a teetotaler life. But his wife was jealous and she knew where to aim. All it took was a bouquet of flowers. The drugs, too, made a victim. A guest was found dead from an OD. Oh, sorry. The drugs, too, made a victim. A guest was found dead from an OD. Yeah, there were two deceased people at that party. My cat's over there making weird noises. Okay, I think this is where the demo had ended. So moving forward, we're going to be in new territory. Very exciting. Hi, Cassie. January 9th, 1979. I didn't read I did read the name of the theater, but I forgot to read it out loud, and now it's left my brain. There seems to be something wrong with this person here. The man lies dead on the floor in a pool of blood. A light but sharp metal sword is planted deep in his chest. A small key is found in his pocket. You're supposed to say the words like they're written on the fucking script, not make up your own mediocre dialogue. You're not the writer, I am. Remember that. I can get people hired, and I can get people fired. Actors are exchangeable, writers aren't. Stay in your place, don't cross the line, or there will be consequences. I feel like this is Powell from the previous Finley Powell. Hey Finn, I sent that letter to Jeffrey. He won't complain anymore about giving you a raise after he reads it. You owe me big, pal. Baxter and Gillespie Law Firm. Okay, so yes, this is Finley Powell. The sword, light but made of metal, is planted deep in the man's chest. It has hit the heart with uncanny precision. Okay. Oops. A light sword is laying on the floor next to the man's hand. Despite its realistic look, it is harmless. It is made of plastic and the blade is retractable. No more dangerous than a toy. Okay. The woman appears to be in shock, gasping for air. Her entire body is trembling and she seems unable to speak. A small metallic key. Penny, I'm on a casting call, so I won't be home for the day. I hope I get the role this time. A man can't depend on his wife. Please, please, please remember to ask Stainwick, or whatever the producer's name is, if he can find me a part in the play. Imagine if I had the role that insipid Finley Powell has. Both you and I in the same play. We'd be settled for life. Let's make this dream real, whatever it takes. Love you, Henry. She has a small knife on her, hidden behind the dress belt. It looks very realistic, but it's made of plastic and bends to the touch. This wasn't in the screenplay, was it? I would have known otherwise. I wrote it. It's a good scene, though. Very meaningful. Shall we add it to the play? Wow! This must be Ezra Monarch, and he's quite cold-hearted. That last play of yours was a disaster. The production's in the red. We're only breaking even because of outside investment. You may be a pro at novels, but both theater and cinema are different. Find some way to create some publicity, you hack, or else. Enough of this bullshit about historical realism. Do you know how freaking hard it is to find these costumes? Last time I had to go to a museum, for Christ's sake, and beg them to loan us the props. It's a play, not a historical reconstruction. Now you ask for blood squibs, even in rehearsals, knowing full well how hard they are to wash with clothes? And do answer your damn phone. I'm tired of leaving notes for you. You can't avoid confrontation forever, you coward. Signed, Tommy Marino. Author Ezra Monarch. Producer Jeffrey Stainowitz. For positions, see diagram. Exterior, a field. Ruth and Hugh are one in front of the other at the center of the stage, preparing for a duel. Hugh doesn't know that it's Ruth he's fighting, disguised in men's clothes. In a corner, Dorothy Darlington is watching, mute from terror, too scared to stop the tragedy. Add a line for Dorothy Darlington here. Hugh unsheaths his sword. Ruth does the same, reluctantly. Hugh, prepare to die, villain. Hugh plunges the sword. Ruth moves to the right. She tries to defend herself and accidentally hits Hugh with her sword near the chest. Blood starts spraying from the flesh wound. Hugh drops the sword. Should we use blood squibs here? From the corner, Marjorie Hastings comes running. Marjorie, stop it! Mr. Culpepper, you don't know who you're fighting! Do we really? Oh, Ruth, crying, throws away her wig, revealing her identity, and holds Hugh. Do we really throw the wig? Those things are expensive. Signed, Jay. Ruth, why am I fighting the man that I love? Look at me! Can you see me? Okay. And then we've got some gays. A small quantity of gaze, the creative drug. It doesn't seem to be making these people more creative, I'll be totally honest. So this is Ruth then. The character of Ruth. Is he dead? But the sword's fake. This can't be. Instructions, Ms. Keller. When using the sword, remember to push it hard against the center of Mr. Powell's jacket. Don't be afraid. The retractable blade is made of plastic, so Powell's in no danger. We are hiding a small red paint bag underneath his shirt. Make sure to hit him in the right spot so the fake blood can come out right. Marina will be available for clarification. As you know, theater now has to compete with cinema and its realistic violence. People expect blood even here. They don't know how to use their imagination anymore. Signed E.M. Ezra Monarch. I handle security around the theater, but it's mostly psyched fans and simple stuff like that. I called an ambulance, but I'm afraid it's too late. Small 38 revolver. A ham and cheese sandwich, packed with it, a note. Have a good day at work, sweetheart. Okay. We still are missing several clues, so there must be more rooms to go to. Oh, look at that! It'll show us if we're missing clues. Cool. A bulletin board. A board used to hang notes for the theater staff. At the top is a small metal key on a hook. There's a lot of copies of this key. It opens the costume room. Okay, cool. Please lock the door to the costume room after use. Expensive and uninsured items have gone missing in recent weeks. A grate has been installed on the window to avoid theft, but it's no use if the door is left open. We've hired a security man to check the venue, but remember, the best solution is prevention. Signed, the management. Evelyn, stop leaving the key on the hook. Okay, so this key should not be there anymore, but it is. The installation of the new vent in the costume room has created some electrical issues. These will be resolved soon, and they will not be a problem during the play opening. We're deeply sorry about the inconvenience. Signed, management. What the hell are you waiting for to fix the electricity? We can't work with blackouts every 30 minutes. We'll be switching the venue if this continues. Jeffrey Stainwood. Evelyn, you stupid midget. Don't leave on the floor things that need to go on shelves. I don't care if you can't reach them. I'm tired of stumbling in the darkness, and I don't give a shit who gave you this job. People are not kind. Anyway, let's see this guy. What's all this racket? Me? I stayed here the whole time waiting for Martha to try on her costume, but as usual, she's late. An expensive gold bracelet inscribed in tiny letters on the back of it. To my true love, I.O. Ooh, that's from Ivy Otter. That poisonous snake Katie is trying to steal my role. Can you believe that? You're my only solace in these troubling times. Come see me in the dressing room before closing time. They don't want to let me in. Imagine that. Powell refused to see me when he was alive, and now I can't get to him when he's dead either. Press. A pass that says press and D. Miller. Cosmopuritan. Become a better lover with our 5 spicy tips. Ivy Otter. She disappeared from the scene. Was the death of her husband the reason? Is there any truth behind the rumors of her alleged arrest? She's in early retirement. Full interview with her lawyer on page 63. The show must go on. Patrick Raven's tragic death doesn't stop the new Stanowitz production. All the latest news inside. We have a chat with Katie Keller, a future bright star. 10:15 a.m. Interview with Jeffrey Stainwitz and Martha Hart. Remember to ask about cast changes and Otter disappearing. Note to self. I need to investigate Monarch. That guy is such a phony. Can he even write? 11:30 a.m. News bulletin at radio station. 6 p.m. News again. Integrate stuff from morning interview. 10:10 p.m. Interview for disco opening. Bring Grayson Davis for photos. Is this Grayson Davis? We'll find out. Hey, it's Troy. I'm leaving you a note at Alpha Omega. Remember when we first met? I had just started and you were so nice and kind with your compliments about my music. It gave me such a confidence boost. Can I ask you a big favor? My fiancée is working at the theater and she doesn't believe enough in her abilities. It would do her a world of good if she talked to a journalist. You don't need to write an article or anything. Just chat with her like you did with me. She just needs a confidence boost. That was Troy somebody. From the first Cosmo, cover. At the Fraser's house. Katie had a magazine, and in it there was like something about a new artist. Troy somebody. What a mess. This could either be the greatest publicity stunt or destroy us. Can I talk to the press about what's happening, or would it hinder the investigation? A modern metallic key. My dear friend Jeffrey, I know you have reservations about Katie Keller, but you have to trust me on this. We're trying to shape her into a star, instilling the self-confidence that she needs. Your last 2 shows have been a failure, but I didn't mind, despite my big investments in them. And I think we'd both rather forget your latest cinematographic flops. But this play has got to be a success, and Ms. Keller is the key to that. We invested a lot in her. Let's keep our eyes on success, not old grudges or revenge fantasies. Yours, Dominic. Mr. Jeffrey Stainwitz, we are writing to you on behalf of our client, Mr. Powell. We found severe irregularities concerning his work for the Stainwitz Theatric Company. Attached to this letter are a cyclo-styled copy of his hiring contract and a more recent paper clearly showing that my client's salary is below the rest of the cast, despite what is stated in paragraph 3C of the aforementioned contract. If this serious mistake is not fixed within the manner specified in the blah 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 blah, signed Baxter Gillespie Law Firm. We do not have access to Trinity. Wait, do we? Wait. No, okay. Why shouldn't the choreographer and costume designer and only sane person in this group of idiots get royalties from his work? Without me, people wouldn't even know where to put their feet on the stage or what to wear on said feet. Okay. I was here to talk with the producer. Instead, I get stopped by the police. And that journalist, he couldn't recognize talent even if he saw it, trying to interview Ezra instead of me. Idiot. Okay, so this is not... I was like, do you think that's... Oh no, because Grayson Davis is there for photos of the disco opening. This isn't the disco opening. Silly Aaron. Okay. A notebook filled with story ideas. The most promising ones have big red circles scribbled on them. Gloomy Clouds Over Paradise. A Dark Tale of Love and Betrayal by Jim Blair. Copy reserved for Jeffrey Stainwitz. A small .25 semi-automatic pistol. Kept inside the bag. Next to it, a license for concealed carry. Well, I guess they're allowed. Guest pass. This pass grants the holder access to the backstage area in an interview with producer Jeffrey Stainwitz. Name Jim, surname Blair. Okay. A small plastic bag containing gaze. It has been placed at the bottom of the bag, buried under other items in an attempt to conceal it. Dressing room 3. Marjorie Hastings. Martha Hart's requested changes to her costume. The dressmaker I usually commissioned these things was closed, so I had to work extra hard to make all these last-minute changes. You're welcome. If little Missy is late at the rehearsal, don't blame me. And the changes are a lighter sword prop, a bigger neckline, no wig, a hidden belt, shorten the sleeves, larger, poofier skirt. Who are you? Are you the journalist I was waiting for? What? The police? I haven't left this room. I've been stuck here waiting for Evelyn to bring me the right costume. Item. The woman is wearing a small and simple ring on her hand with the initials TB. I just work here. I bring stuff to the actors, do the needed odd jobs, but why is the police here? What's happening? Oh, Miss Hart, do you want to speak with a journalist, a dentist, something? You're always late. You always have excuses for not doing your job properly. You gave Finley's scarf to Ray, Ray's shoes to Penelope. You even switched wigs one time. And how many times do I have to tell you, check each character's weapon? You can't give daggers and swords at random. The diagram I put on the costume room is there for a reason, you dolt. These things do matter, even at rehearsals. They're part of each character's personality. And for the love of God, stop creasing my costume. First, they forced my hand to hire you, and I didn't like it. Then, you keep mistaking actors, arriving late, forgetting appointments. I keep hearing complaints all the time from the crew about you. You gave the wrong costume to Finley 3 times. I don't care if your uncle is a bigwig. More mistakes, and you pack your bags. Am I clear? Dear Lynn, or should I say Miss Cox? That's probably how they'll call you now that you live in... how they call you now that you live in the big city. But for me, you'll always be my sweet little Lynn. I was so happy to read that the assistant's job at the theater... Uncle found you is going well, and that you quickly earned the respect and sympathy of your colleagues. I was afraid for you when you first moved, having heard so much about people in the big city being rude to us country folk. But I'm relieved my little daughter proved me wrong. Life at the farm has been hard since Daddy is gone, but I'm sure glad I have your brother with me, who's a hard worker. If you see Uncle Preston, I know how busy he gets with his travels and conferences. Thank him again from me for all he's done. Write me soon. Your letters light up my days. Mom. Well, she's obviously sending her mom letters that are a little bit more optimistic than what's really happening. A bracelet made of small cuts of silver, turquoise, and a little gem in the middle. Cast of characters. Main characters: Ruth Acker, Katie Keller, Hugh Culpepper, Finley Powell, Isaac Clayton, Ray Mildred. Secondary characters: Dorothy Darlington, Penelope Marshall, Alistair McIntyre, Reese Hopkins. Minor characters: Marjorie Hastings, Martha Hart. Hi. Yep. Hi. Here. Are you gonna come and say hi? In a few minutes, I'm gonna feed you. Okay? I'm feeding you in just a few minutes. Updated positions for the duel scene. HCRAMH. Okay, Cassie. Cassie, stop. Add Astra Center. Reach for the stars. Cassie, stop. Dear Miss Hart, we want to, once again, extend our invitation to join one of our Enlightenment Centers. As you are well aware, your fiancé is already a member of our group, and it has done wonders for his career. You too could unlock your full potential by joining us. Reach for the stars and become one. This letter has been crumpled and thrown away in the bin. A woman's bag has been left on the desk. It looks similar to a model from an expensive brand, but the logo on it is wrong, and it's made of fake leather. Remember, it's a small role, but it could be your big break. Do everything you can to get noticed. I mean everything. If it works out, we can finally get married. Love you, P. A cheap red lipstick. Okay. Is there anything else in this room? No, so we have to go to the next room. Which is... Huh. Is that not... Did we not... Okay. What's this one? Oh! Turn on the light. Oh, that's right. The lights don't work in here. Costumes, weapons, wigs. Ruth Acker, Hugh Culpepper, Isaac Clayton, Dorothy Darlington, Alistair McIntyre. Signed, Tommy Marino. Rows of racks with clothes from various time periods and fashions. Several are missing, probably being used on the scene right now. Okay, oh, what's this? A short window close to the ceiling that provides air to the room. It is covered with metallic bars. A prop sword lies on top of the windowsill in the grate. Did someone try to get rid of it in a hurry? Okay, so that prop sword looks like that. Okay, her sword has wrap, and his is smooth. These are the two people who were on the stage at the time. This is a smooth sword, so this should have been his sword. Hugh Culpepper's sword. Okay. Several boxes filled with scene objects, hats, purses, belts, plastic knives, fake pistols. It appears that someone dropped a newspaper clipping inside it. Ivy Otter's disappearance, not everything as it seems. Okay, we're gonna go feed Cassie and we will be right back. Okay. Okie dokie pokey. We are back. The cats have been fed, and everything is cool. Ivy Otter's disappearance. Not everything as it seems. Revelations from an anonymous source suggested the actress was arrested. Actress Ivy Otter, Katie Keller, to get the role that once was Otter's. Okay. Well, this is Tommy. It was a mistake. Katie is trying to steal my role. Can you believe that? You're my only solace in these troubling times. Okay, this must be Tommy, the props guy. Okay, I think I have some ideas. This is Finley Powell. Oh. I was like, where's his name? This, I think, is Tommy Marino. Okay, this is I think that this is Katie Keller. I think that this is Ezra Monarch. This is Evelyn, and I don't remember what her last name is. Let's see if we can find that. Evelyn. Blah, blah, blah. Evelyn. Is there something here that says her last name? Mom. Oh, Miss Cox. Okay. Okay, Evelyn Cox. Then we have the this press guy, D. Miller. D. Miller. Okay. Miller. First name Dennis. But I feel like I'm oh wait, no, it's not a random guess because someone had a thing saying that they were going to meet with D. Miller. Somewhere there was a thing about D. Miller. Or meeting with... Where the heck was it? This guy, maybe? Yeah, this is Jim Blair. Who had the thing... Where did I find the thing that talked about Dennis Miller? Holy crap. Okay, I've looked at everyone. What did I... Was it in a previous scene where someone... had something talking about them meeting Dennis Miller? Oh. Look, we know it's not Dominic Miller because Dominic is the name of the... Why, though? Can I not? Okay, so the His own sword is what was replaced. And this is Katie's sword. Oh, but the girl keeps giving people the wrong swords. So, they replaced his sword, but then Evelyn accidentally gave them the wrong swords, so she was using the wrong sword when she stabbed him. He was supposed to accidentally kill her, not her accidentally, or you know what I mean? I guess it must have been somewhere else where someone had a note saying they were going to meet with Dennis. Huh. Okay. In any event, Dennis Miller. Yeah, because it must have been in the last one, because I remember reading it and thinking Dennis Miller. Ha ha ha. So yeah, it must have been in the previous one. Maybe it was in Patrick Raven's stuff. Okay, so this is Martha Hart. She is the girlfriend of Troy somebody, and he wanted Dennis to talk to her to help improve her her confidence and stuff. This guy is Jim Blair. And this is Jeffrey Stanwitz. Okay, everybody's names is correct. So, Katie Keller killed Finley Howell with a real sword, mistaking it for a prop. Okay. Tommy Marino, the prop master. He's prop master and choreographer on the play. Caused the murder by switching the sword with the real one. Maybe prop? No, sword is okay. Okay. He was trying to get Katie Keller killed, but Evelyn Cox mistakenly handed the real weapon to her instead. Tommy Marino's motive was love, revenge. He blamed Katie Keller for the arrest of his lover, Ivy Otter. Okay. Correct, but we need to fill in more details. Ooh. Okay. Should connect the role with the name of the actor. Okay, so this is Katie Keller. This is Finley Howell. This is I need to double check that. Let's go here in the prop room and look. Okay. Dorothy Darlington is the one with her hair up. And this is Isaac Claydon. Okay, Dorothy Darlington and Isaac Claydon. She has Marjorie Hastings, Martha Hart. Okay, but Martha Hart is not. Oh, here it is. Dorothy Darlington is being played by Penelope Marshall. Isaac Claydon is Ray Mildred. Okay, so this is Ray Mildred. And this is Penelope Marshall. All right, we got it. Ooh, we got it. 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 Okay. Yeah, so I think our notes might end up, we might need to take, are we able to copy these notes? Let's see what if copying and pasting is possible. Oh, it is. Okay, good. So now this note is no longer going to be used up. And then this note about Ezra Monarch. Maybe I'll just stay out of jealousy. All right, so I'm just kind of smushing my notes into like single notes with more information. So this one here says, Dominic Fraser is a media mogul and war hero. He's a renowned author. He's married to Clarice Laban. Sorry, I scrolled down too much. Dominic Fraser is co-producing Ezra Monarch's play. Dominic Fraser promised Katie Keller a role in the play. Then we've got Ezra Monarch is a playwright and author. His plays are Sabotaging and Seducing, which is the play that's being currently produced. Books are Thief's Romance and The Lost Connection. And then there's a note here about Katie Keller had a note from Patrick Raven about acting in the play together. Ivy Otter switched Patrick's pills to kill him out of jealousy. Yeah. I mean, there's so much more that I could be making notes of, and I probably should, but I'm going to play fast and loose and continue. So we were on a good path of like making notes and keeping track of things, and I am throwing it to the wind. It's your regular Aaron, who you know and love, is back in the driver's seat. Whee! And we're pedal to the metal, and we're not using our signals. We're not checking our blind spots. We're just rushing forward. He wanted revenge for his lover. A switched prop turned performance into reality. The plan failed. The wrong person paid for it. Continue. So it looks like at any time, though, if I need to review past cases, I can, like, come here and review, like, if I was like, who was it who was going to be seeing Dennis Miller? You know, and then I would say, oh, yeah, here it is. Dennis Miller interview for newspaper. All right, cool. And then I think we can leave by going here and then select level, and then we can continue with the level we were on. Are you sure you want to go to the next case? Yes, because I already solved that one. 9 February 1979, Emerald Hotel. Yikes. Okay. A mutilated corpse lies slumped on the floor. He's wearing the hotel uniform. His unrecognizable face, blown up by an explosion, has been charitably covered with a hotel, now wet with blood. Sorry, with a towel, now wet with blood. His olive-skinned hands are visible. Guys, this is getting real. Oh, yuck. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hey, it makes me sad that this colleague William of yours is making so much trouble to you. At least you have Dexter as a real friend. I'm so excited that the Marquez family will get together again. My English is getting better, as you can see from this letter. Our something all improving as well. We love you. Holy cannoli. A beverage bucket is badly deformed and burned. Traces of explosive are found at the bottom. The floor around it is covered with broken glass and alcohol. A wooden box containing 3 bottles of expensive champagne. There's a typewritten note next to it. Against all odds, the play is a success. Here are 5 rare bottles to celebrate directly from my special supply. Signed, Dominic. Okay. I was here with most of the cast. The waiter picked up the bucket that was on the floor behind the counter. Then a loud explosion. Metal and glass shards everywhere. Most fled when they heard the bang. What's this rumor I hear that you're still playing detective with the theater troupe? You'll lead me to an early grave, Dennis. For the 100th time, stop feeding your ego by finding improbable connections between these people. There are none. These are successful, hardworking individuals, some of whom I personally know. You're paid to do interviews. That's it. Continue with your stupid ideas, and getting fired will be the least of your worries. Signed, Mike Alvarez. Also, remember, I want those photos from Grayson to be developed on time. We have to put out those ads. Hey, Dennis, Mark here. I'm leaving this note at the radio station because you're never there in person. As your underpaid lawyer and friend, do us both a favor. Don't even get close to Ezra Monarch, let alone talk to him. He's threatening a defamation suit, and the man's got more money than we'll see in 10 lifetimes. Don't think your magazine or that radio station will save you. You must have gone out of your mind suggesting Monarch, one of the most influential writers in the industry, can't write a line and has a ghostwriter. Get a grip, buddy. P.S. I haven't heard of that crazy plan of yours. Sorry. I haven't heard that crazy plan of yours, okay? You told me nothing. 5:15 p.m. Interview with available actors at Hotel Emerald. Remember to ask for comments about cast changes and Ivy Otter disappearance. Note. Gotta try to have a talk with Monarch. Confront him about his writing. Show him the original manuscript the anonymous source sent me. Made other plans. 6 p.m. News bulletin at radio station. 7:30 p.m. Lunch with Radio Alpha Omega executive. Bring today's shorthand notes. Request changes to schedule to fit with magazine work. Sabotaging and Seducing, written by Jim Blair, August 4th, 1975, draft number 1. It looks like a master key, a key that opens all the bedrooms in the hotel. How do you have that, dude? Okay, so this would be the perfect time for us to go use this tool to pop on over here to the mansion and just very quickly take a peek at one thing. Oh, there's no date on this. Okay. So now we would go to the drug party and see if that copy of the script has any dates on it. I think that Jeffrey had a copy in his office. Script there. Okay. Okay. Who else might have the script? The theater might have a script. Yeah, boo, we can't see the title page. Okay. So we don't actually have right now any proof about that Jim's claims are true. We just have Jim's claims that this date is the correct date. Okay. I was looking for Brett. He disappeared. When I heard the explosion, people screaming, running past me. I found the body on the floor, his face gone. I knew who it was. I covered his face. He was a friend. Hotel Emerald, this is for you. You just get me the good stuff and keep it between us. H. Okay, let's go in here. Open up! Open up! A horrible accident happened. Dear Lynn, is it true what they're saying about all those deaths in the theater crew you're working with? Why didn't you tell us? My heart almost exploded when I read the newspapers. You shouldn't hide things from your family. That's a dangerous place you're working at, and I want you to stop. The monthly checks you're sending are helping us a lot since your brother's accident at the farm, but you shouldn't risk your life for money. I'd rather do double the work than put you in danger. Us Cox have always managed to survive, come hell or high water. I asked Uncle Preston a small loan, as he's been so good to us in the past. That should help keep things going until your brother's back on his feet, so you don't worry about us. He's yet to respond, but you know how busy he is with his political campaign and all that. Please stay safe and write me soon. Love you, Mum. They arrested Marino, who was the only one of you idiots who did some good work. Why couldn't they arrest you instead? You're the criminal, killing my play like that, not giving hints at the right moment, making a mess all the time. I found the 15-page instructions I gave you in the trash bin, you little twerp. Think I didn't notice? I see everything. And then here's that necklace again. Oh, hang on. A small bracelet, silver and turquoise. The gem in the middle is no longer there. Did she sell it? Check this out. In the last time we saw that necklace or bracelet, or it was a necklace before. So she's been selling the beads on it. Right? Because it was a necklace originally? Oh no, it was a bracelet still. Small cuts of silver, turquoise, and a little gem in the middle. But it sounds like they're saying that the gem is now gone. So it sounds like, because she's sending money home to her mom, but like, I don't think she's making a lot of money. So I think she's selling parts of her bracelet. Oh no, it looks kind of the same. Maybe not. Okay, maybe it's just the description was changed. Okay, what about this person? The police? Why? I was cleaning the rooms and checking that everything was in its place for the guests. What is wrong with you? I heard you again got caught stealing in guest rooms. Our colleague, Mr. Richards, took the blame for you, and the poor guy has a wife and children. Be glad I didn't catch you, because I'd have made sure no hotel in the city would ever hire you again. I need this job, and I won't let a petty thief like you rob me of it. Francisco. An expensive piece of jewelry. A passe-partout, a master key that hotel personnel usually have to enter every bedroom. I just need to leave something in a room as a surprise. This is for you to forget about the master key at the reception. Aw. Okay, room 1. The 2 women are in here. I can't go out. I can't go to the lounge. I can't even go to the frickin' balcony. I have to stay here and babysit that hysterical woman. I'm getting cabin fever. Engagement ring with the initials TD engraved. So this is Martha Hart. And this is Katie. I may be next. They're after me. I know it. Maybe they're trying to kill me. A packet of cigarettes, almost empty. So she's been chain smoking because she's so stressed. Ezra Monarch's amended screenplay for sabotaging and seducing. Copy reserved for Katie Keller and Martha Hart. You'll share it because I don't have the time nor the will to type it twice. The only secretary I have in this rotten place is Evelyn, and she's useless. General notes, Keller. Having rewritten most of the plot, I found that Ruth Acker's personality didn't fit it anymore. Most of your dialogues are new. You have to study and memorize all the new material from Act 2 forward. Please spare me the hysterics. I don't have the time. Hart. I'm not sure how you obtained your role, but a dog could act better than you. Did you take your acting lessons from the Lassie movies? Seeing how you are Sorry. Seeing how you're such an incapable dolt, I had to greatly reduce your role. A nice décolleté doesn't make you an actress, and it certainly won't impress me. Ad Astra Center, reach for the stars. Dear Miss Hart, we're delighted to congratulate you on your fiancé's success. Troy Dixon, that's what his name was, Troy Dixon. Troy Dixon was among the first members to join our Enlightenment Centers, and his musical career demonstrates how much he benefited from our help. Once again, we extend our invitation to unlock your full potential by joining us for free. Reach for the stars and become one. This is in the ashtray. Next to cigarette butts of burnt paper lies this crumpled letter. Anything else in here? Purse. A purse of a synthetic material made to resemble leather. Martha, my love, tune into my live concert tonight, so even though we're far away, we'll be close. Also, don't you worry about me. I need that medicine to keep me regular during all the tours, but I can stop whenever I want. It also helps me not feel the loneliness when you're far away. Yours truly, Troy. Do not be a drug addict, Troy. Come on, man. A small necklace that on a closer look appears to be made of rhinestones. Cosmopuritan. Troy Dixon tours Europe. The singer that's making all the women fall in love seems to be a true Boy Scout. Interview with his manager, Tobias Hobbs, at page 12. Police Chief Hadley... Ooh, he's been promoted. He was an inspector before. Police Chief Hadley Badman comments on the drug epidemic. Greatly exaggerated. 5 latest tips for the most startling nails. A Zodiac Guide to year 1979. Can the stars sharpen your sex life like a knife? Okay. The Stanowitz Curse. A string of murders turns into the best publicity. His play is the one making a killing now. A standard hotel room key. The TV is broadcasting a rock concert at ear-busting volume. Huh. That door is open. Sabotaging and Seducing. Written by Ezra Monarch. Liar, 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 liar! Based on his best-selling novel, Thief's Romance. March 27th, 1979. Draft number 41. Oh my god, he's like making a new draft every 10 seconds. Okay. So room 1, 2, and 3. Right? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I can come in through this. A paper has been affixed on the door. Actors, consult the schedule and just enter when it's your turn. Despite the sign, the door is locked. Okay, so the way in is to go through the balcony and then in there. That man has been stabbed with a wine cork, it looks like. A corkscrew. Ice pick. There you go. The writer's corpse. He has been stabbed multiple times with an ice pick. You've used me for so many years, and now you even dare to change my work, you talentless prick. Truth will come out. It always does. Hey Ezra, who's the real writer here? Show everybody what you're capable of. Show who's really behind the success. Rewrite that script. Signed K. A simple hotel room key. Schedule for discussion with actors. Katie Keller, Penelope Marshall, Martha Hart. A stack of paper for the typewriter. Half-consumed lines of drug are laid on the first sheet. What? Stop taking these... Everybody stop taking gaze. Just stop taking gaze right now. Everybody. It appears that this recorder was hidden behind the desk. Only 3 distinct parts are audible on the tape. Audio transcript. Man number 1. It's really quite simple. You just need to learn your new dialogue. Woman number 1. But there's not enough time. The next show is Sunday. Man number 1. And you call yourself an actress? I told you. I simplified your dialogue and cut them in half. 2 days are more than enough. Door slams. Someone enters. Man number 1. Get out. You're not on my schedule. You're not even in the play anymore. Man number 2. I have a contract. Look at it. Sounds of paper. You can't fire me. I'll sue. Man number 1. You can take that contract and shove it. Man number 1. Listen, I don't want another one of your lectures. Man number 3. Have you gone crazy? What are you trying to do? Destroy the entire show? I've had it with you and your ego. Sounds of sniffing. Man number 3. It's this drug, isn't it? This fucking sounds of paper dropping to the floor and static. Audio transcript. Sound of footsteps. A heavy object falls to the floor. Man number 1. How did you? Man number 4. Someone told me. Someone help. Man number 1 in a scared voice, trembling. What is that thing? Get out, or I call security. Man number 4. You've been shouting all day. Do you think someone will notice it now? Static. End of the recording. An expensive typewriter. It seems that the same page is being rewritten like on the sheets on the floor. Ooh, what line is it? Sheets from the play are scattered on the floor. It appears to be the same page written and rewritten again and again with little success. Oh my goodness gracious. A plain hotel chair. Its ankle suggests the sitter was pulled away hard. This big leather suitcase has not been opened. All the clothes are still inside it. Okay. And then... Ooh, what's that? A puddle of blood is visible under the room's door. What? A hat is on the floor. It seems as if someone rifled through the jewelry box in a hurry. Ezra Monarch's amended screenplay for Sabotaging and Seducing. Copy reserved for Penelope Marshall. General notes. Penelope. I'm glad that your role is secondary because let's face it, my dear, you can't act. Yeah, I've seen your resume, but TV isn't theater. A fancy smile won't cut it on the stage. And that role you played on the big screen, waiter number 3, next time don't even include it on the CV, all right? Anyway, you forced me to cut your role in half because I'm tired of hearing you butcher my dialogues. We'll discuss the changes later. Henry. I just cut your character entirely from the play. See you. Maybe if you beg, you'll find something at the unemployment center. But if I have any need for a drunkard in a future play, I'll know who to ask. I'm only doing my job. Your husband ordered this bottle. You don't know me, but I know you. But more importantly, I know that Ezra Monarch is making big changes to the screenplay of Sabotaging and Seducing. Who does he think he is? You should put him in his place. Signed, a friend. A dose of the drug called gaze. It seems that it is getting easier and easier to find. A bottle of expensive champagne. Okay. What's happening? What's the room service doing here? Dr. R. Barton. Dear Mrs. Marshall, as discussed, it is important that you restrict your husband's access to alcohol within the household. All beverages should be kept in a secure cabinet or safe, locked at all times, with the key under your control. If you see any indication of renewed dependence, report such developments without delay. Sincerely, R. Barton. Madam, I have packed the jewelry as instructed. The following items are included: 5 brooches, 2 watches, 4 pairs of earrings. We don't get to see what's in here. Okay. Oh, there's another side, right? Yeah, okay. So there's the other, this area here. Those fucking writers. Ugh, bunch of jerks. I don't have to take that kind of abuse from no one. No one! An almost finished bottle of champagne. Silver and opal jewels. Dear Mr. Marshall, I regret to inform you that the estimate you requested for the value of Mrs. Marshall's jewelry is far less than the amount you had anticipated. In fact, it can easily be concluded that, with the exception of the Egyptian-style brooch, the rest can be considered as trinkets of little value. Although the Egyptian style has not been relevant since the 1920s, it's still a vintage piece and the material is of high quality. The gold is 75%, 18 carats. Call an ambulance, it's an emergency, an explosion in the lounge. Mr. Stainwith, our firm has reviewed your complaint against Mr. Ezra Monarch for his deliberate sabotage of the play Sabotaging and Seducing, with his unwarranted changes in the text, seeking damages in the amount of $5 million. However, due to the wording in his contract, see paragraph 5.3 attached to this letter, it would indicate, is that the symbol for paragraph or for symbol? For section. I don't know. It would indicate that Mr. Monarch is allowed an unspecified amount of freedom regarding late text changes to the screenplay. We will continue our effort to find legal precedents. However, the law seems clearly on the defendant's side. In the meantime, we advise you to try to take matters into your own hands in an attempt to find an agreement with Mr. Monarch. Signed, Gideon Horton, Gideon Horton, Horton and Horton Legal. Okay. Mr. Stainwith, unfortunately, our last meeting was cut short due to that accident. My objective that day was to point out the similarities between my work and Ezra's. It's not a coincidence, I assure you. I think a new appointment should be scheduled soon. I tried, but your secretary denied me, not recognizing my name. I only managed to scribble this note and leave it on your desk. Please, Mr. Stainwith, what I have to say is of vital importance. Signed, Jim Blair. Emergency services have been called, sir. The police are already here. Hotel Emerald. I have to leave in a hurry for an emergency at the other branch of the hotel, so this note must do the job. I entrust you with running the hotel with a skeleton crew. You'll take my place as the manager for a few days. I know that most of these kids are new to you, Luke, but you've got enough experience to guide them. P.S. Please tell the Marlowe fellow that he cannot wear those hideous leopard print clothes at work. They make us look cheap. Note to personnel. As requested by Dominic Fraser, all unoccupied floors are to be left closed. Everything has been set up on the second floor so that we keep potential curious onlookers at bay on the first floor. Lodgements, as such. Room 1, Katie Keller and Martha Hart. Room 2, Ezra Monarch. Note, he requested the central room and a typewriter. Room 3, Henry and Penelope Marshall. Note, Mrs. Penelope instructed not to serve her husband alcohol under any circumstances. Room 4 to be left empty for other eventual members. Other persons who are allowed on the premises only after showing their ID to the policeman at the entrance. Jeffrey Stainwitz, Evelyn Cox, Dennis Miller, check journalist credentials first. Grayson Davis, Miller's photographer, may come past 9 p.m. Other members of the troupe if equipped with a guest pass. Okay. Even more. The man is tied, gagged, and unconscious. His clothes have been removed. A wedding ring, although the thin layer of gold enamel has been applied to the surface, it fails to mask its cuteness. Just neatly arranged clothes. I found a guest pass in one of the pockets. Guest pass. This pass grants the holder access to the backstage area and an interview with producer Jeffrey Stainway. Jim Blair. Wait, let me look at this guy's face. Okay, he's got like a pixie nose. Okay, hang on a second. Wait. He has like a long chin, a pixie nose. Okay, let's see if those characteristics are enough for me to... Pixie nose. Yep, they definitely don't use the same nose for all the characters. Okay. So, whoever this guy is, Jim stole his uniform. Pyromaniac fireworks. Revive your party with our selection of unique fireworks, ready for all occasions. Weddings, birthdays, parties, simple to use and ready to have fun. Just choose the right length of fuse according to instructions and light it. In a few minutes, it will be an explosion of fun. Contents of the box. Leave this sealed for shipping back. After New Year's Eve accident and the trouble it caused us with insurance, I want no one to touch this stuff. The seal on the box is broken. Fair hotel uniforms. Leopard print shirt. Flashy. Hotel Emerald. Daily roster. Dyson, Marlowe, Marquez, Sykes, and Richard. Cleaning crew is scheduled to arrive tomorrow at 6 a.m. They will have a guest pass with them. Mr. Dyson is in charge while I'm away. He's the oldest around and has been in the hotel long enough to know how things work. Okay. So I have missed 3 things. What's this guy's first name? Luke Dyson. Okay, so this is Luke Dyson. Oh, did we never click him? Wait, hang on. Huh. Because we're missing 3 clues. Huh. Okay. Oh. Oh man, what 3 things did I accidentally not? Okay. Okay, you gotta go through this way to get here. Oh, hang on. Was there anything on this note? I grabbed it. It was under Monarch's name. Nothing there. Oh, hang on. Recorder. There's one. Okay. Okay, this room is the last one that we haven't, or that we didn't redo. Penelope and Henry. There we go. Okay. Wait, where's Henry? You think Henry is the guy who blew himself up? No. No. Never mind. No, because he had a letter from his family. Right. Where is Henry then? Oh, there's Henry. drunk and upset. Okay. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Evelyn Cox, Katie Keller. This guy is Luke Dyson. This is Jeffrey Danowitz. Okay, this is Ezra not Ezra Miller. Ezra Monarch. Okay. This is Dennis Miller. This is Martha Hart. This is Penelope Marshall. No? Oh, that's Penelope. Whoops. Okay, sorry, wrong hair. This is Penelope Marshall, and this is Martha Hart. There we go. Okay. I think this is Henry Marshall. Right, because he had the note in his pocket saying that his wife's jewelry wasn't as valuable as he thought it was. Okay. Now we gotta deduce who these other people are. I think that this might be Marquez, but I do not know what his first name is. Okay. This is definitely Jim Blair pretending to be someone else. Okay. And then William and Dexter. So this is going to be Dexter, and this is going to be William, right? Because she said, hang on. I may be making a mistake. Okay, he says, I was looking for Brett. He disappeared. Oh, right. Brett is the guy out in the hallway. Or is this Brett? Colleague William is making so much trouble for you. At least Dexter is a friend. Okay. Dexter, Brett, William. No, Brett is missing. Oh, this must be Brett. This is William. No. Shit. Hang on. No. Okay, this is William, the guy who's giving everyone a hard time. Okay. He's William. He's giving people a hard time. What is his last name? Do we have that anywhere? Francisco is the one who's... Right. Francisco is the one who was... Yeah, there we go. That's him. Francisco Marquez. This is his friend Dexter. This is Brett who's missing. And this is William who's giving people a hard time. So if I go look at their names in the room here, that should help. Okay. So we have Marlo, Sykes, and Richard. Okay. What can we learn about Marlo, Sykes, and Richard? H. Mr. Richards took the blame for you. The poor guy has a wife and children. Okay, this guy looks like he might be an older gentleman. Let's put him as Richard. Okay. So now it's just a matter of, are you... Okay, what are the two other last names? Sykes? Okay, so you're the last one. Dyson. No, Lucas Dyson. Jeez, Aaron. Come on. Marlowe? Okay. I don't know. I don't know if there was a clue that actually gave these guys names or not. So, I don't know. Okay. Blank blank killed blank blank with a blank to his heart. Okay, this one's pretty easy. This is Jim Blair. I feel like this is Jim Blair killed Ezra Monarch. With an ice pick to his heart. Before the murder, Dennis Miller concealed a recorder in the writer's room after he bribed... Is bribed one of the words here? Paid. Did he pay William Sykes for his key? It looked like, I think William Sykes is the one who had a note that said, like, give me your key. Let me double check that. I need to leave something in the room as a surprise. This is for you to forget the master key at the reception. Right, he left his master key at reception, which meant that he had to get a different key to do the stealing. And that's why this guy has a master key. Wait a minute. This is for you, just get me the good stuff, keep it between us. Yeah, this is Henry bribing him to give him alcohol. Yes, okay. He must have... So Sykes must have stolen his key after leaving a key for him. Or, I don't know. The killing happened because blank blank, the victim's blank, found out the victim wanted to blank his blank. Oh, hang on. Okay. Because Jim Blair, the victim's ghostwriter, found out the victim wanted to... Oh, he was rewriting the whole script. That's right. Rewrite his screenplay. As a diversion, Jim Blair, but he didn't realize that someone would... Oh, right. He set it in the bucket, and he set the bucket on the floor behind the bar. He never intended for someone to pick it up. He put fireworks inside of a bucket in the bar. Or lounge. It just so happens that the timing was so bad it exploded the very moment that Francisco Marquez picked it up, killing him without warning. Yes. Okay. Okay. Man number 1. It's really quite simple. You just need to learn your new dialogues. This is Ezra. Monarch. Woman number 1. But there's not enough time. The next show is Sunday. I think that this is Penelope. Because he then tells her, I've cut it in half anyway, so what are you worried about? Penelope Marshall. I actually need to take a bathroom break anyway. If you guys don't mind, I can time it right now. That way nobody will miss anything, and I will be back within 3 minutes. Hello, 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 I am back. Okay. So I'm going to just continue on with this. Man number 2, I have a contract, look at it. You can't fire me, I'll sue. I'm thinking that that's Henry. Henry Marshall, because his part was cut. Okay, then we have, listen, I don't want another one of your lectures. Have you gone crazy? What are you trying to do? Destroy the entire show? I've had it with you and your ego. I think that this is Jeffrey Stein. And then finally, gasp, how did you? Someone told me. Someone helped me. This is, I think, when Blaine is in there. Jim Blair, I mean. Okay. I'm excited. I wonder if we should switch tracks and... Well, I'll read this. The ghostwriter was done being used, watching his words ruined by a lesser writer. Fireworks cleared the halls. He slipped into Ezra's room and struck with an ice pick. But the blast took more than its mark. A staffer died too. Revenge rarely stops where it's meant to. Continue. Okay. Here's my thought. I am thinking to myself that perhaps... Oh, hang on. Sorry, hang on. Something's happening. We're at the police station. I think it's that same night. We're not done. Sorry. Thank you for seeing me, Detective. I'm afraid. I can't take it anymore. People are dying all around me, and now I've started getting these weird notes. What's happening? What if I'm next? How may I help you, Miss Keller? Thank you. Oh, right. Okay. Do these notes you've been receiving have a... Okay, hang on. A file cabinet containing many case files. The reports about the recent killings are in there. Okay, so case report. Hotel homicide. Location, Emerald Hotel, Palm Springs. Date, 9 February 1979. Primary victim, Ezra Monarch. Writer. Status, deceased. Cause of death, penetrating trauma in the chest area caused by an ice pick. Secondary victim, Francisco Marquez. Staff. Status, deceased. Cause of death, fatal facial trauma from close proximity fireworks detonation. Perpetrator, Jim Blair. Writer. Status, arrested at scene. Summary. I want a copy of this. Letter K. There it is. Jim Blair fatally attacked Monarch following a dispute over unauthorized alterations to Blair's original script. Blair stated he became aware of the changes through an anonymous handwritten note stamped with a letter K, found among his personal effects. At the time of the incident, Blair was under the influence of a narcotic substance known as gaze, confirmed by toxicology and personal admission. Journalist Dennis Miller sustained a mild shock response from the detonation. Case status closed. So we're going to say to her, has there been a K stamped on them? Yes. How did you know? I decided to burn them because they were disturbing and humiliating, but this last one I received only yesterday. Okay. Katie Keller, a third-rate actress suddenly put under the spotlight. Do you think it's all down to your talent and your carefully cultivated relationships with actors and producers? Or are you choosing to ignore the contribution of your dear patron? Remember, ill-gotten gains never prosper. Do you have any idea who's the man who sent you this? Or who is the patron? No idea, really. There's something else. I've been getting these letters one after another, and all the actors seem to be joining them. Oh, Ad Astra Center. Open your eyes and discover your true self. Have you ever felt that something in your life remains untapped? A quiet, hopeful potential waiting to surface? Achieving greatness. At Ad Astra, we guide those seeking clarity, strength, and personal transformation. Our methods help you confront inner barriers, release emotional weight, and step toward a more awakened version of yourself. Our famous testimonials can testify that our centers are instrumental in helping people overcome their inner traumas and find themselves. Let your guiding star lead the way. Your journey begins here. So I'm going to say to her, we never got any complaints about these Ad Astra centers. They seem clean. Maybe it's nothing. I'm in such a state that even harmless things feel dangerous, like that Miller guy. Dennis Miller? The gossip writer? What about him? Yes, he called me for an interview at the radio station, but I don't feel safe going there. What if it's a trap? Please, detective, can you check for me? All right, so we're going to fill out the blank. A string of killings surrounding actress Katie Keller has left her fearing for her life. Afraid, there it is, for her life. She's been receiving letters, notes, stamped with a letter K. Journalist Dennis Miller requested a meeting at the radio station, but she suspects it might be a trap. She wants me to go there to check whether it's safe for her. Continue. 7th of March, 1979, Alpha Omega Radio. Okay. can I leave here and still be able to resume later if I want to? I think I can. Okay. So I'm going to switch over to the other scene so I can talk to you guys for a little bit. So my thought is that I was thinking that I might want to play something else, just a little bit of something else. And I was not sure what that might be. But I did want to give you guys an update about something. So, ages ago, or last week, I mean, I wanted to play this game, Aspirin. And when I started it up, I couldn't figure out how to progress beyond just... Okay, so where was I? I had this guy. He had like unlocked one story maybe, and this person, or two stories, I guess, and this person, and then I was stuck. I didn't know what to do next. I was like so upset and I couldn't figure it out. And I was like, game, you have to be more clear about what it is that we're supposed to do. Well, lo and behold, if you go right here and read this, it is very clear what you are supposed to do next. The issue is completely and entirely my own. I ended up actually playing this game. Wait, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry, hang on a second. I ended up actually playing this game like I just played it nonstop Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and finished it. I unlocked the whole story and I watched the whole thing, and it was fabulous. Is it going to show it to you or no? Okay, there. Okay, so here it is. I'm trying to get it into you. So, okay, so sorry, I forgot that I wasn't sharing my screen with you when I told you the thing about where to find the thing. But I did. I finished the game. 100% finished it. So if I click here, you know, it's going to be like no progress, whatever. But what I was saying was that I originally, when I played it, I was like, I had unlocked this guy, 2 stories, I think maybe, and then this person here. And I didn't have any experience points to be able to continue moving forward because you start with like a limited, I think it's 35 experience points. And I was like, game, how could you not let me figure out how to go to the next thing? And it turns out that everything I needed to know was right here in this one little card here called Getting Started. And if I had read it carefully when the game was showing it to me, it would have been absolutely super clear and easy, and I would have had a great time. And in fact, I did end up having a great time because I was like, I'm really disappointed that I couldn't figure out this game. I want to figure it out. And so I did come back to it, and I did, like I said, I played it nonstop Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, devoted like everything to it to unlock the entire story. It is such a good game. So if you like really rich storytelling and you don't mind like having things be slow, because like you unlock each little story, like each little story snippet, you unlock them one at a time. And sometimes it takes a long time to get them unlocked because you have to have experience points accrued, or like for some characters you need to accrue a supply of electricity or recycled plastics. You know, later on it's different. I don't want to be too spoilery, but this game is fantastic. I'm hiding on this screen because I don't want to, I don't want to reveal too much for anybody. But yeah, this is a wonderful, delightful, story-rich game. I cannot stop recommending it. It is so good. Hang on, I need to switch to just chatting, I realize. Yeah, it's so good. I cannot recommend it enough. And I feel so bad that I was critical of it when I first tried to play it, because that was a me problem and not, the game is totally innocent. I am the reason why I didn't have a good time playing it. So just wanted to say that. like I said, I was thinking of possibly, like, I wanted to switch games anyways, or like just like I wanted to leave Confidential Killings where that was, and potentially switch games to something else, and then like resume it the next time, like maybe tomorrow afternoon or evening. I mean tomorrow evening. But Jason actually just got home. And so I think that maybe it's a good idea for me to just sort of say goodnight here. So that's what I'm going to do. So thank you to anyone who stopped by for, 5 seconds, 5 minutes, or any amount of time. I'm really grateful to you guys. I'm always so grateful to you. Yeah, let's go say goodnight.